solution architect.
So RPA solution architect. Okay. You please go on mute after you say.
RPA tester,
Okay.
business analyst,
RPA tester. Okay.
VR.
Business analyst. What is that? If you want to type in over chat, go ahead and do that. I can also help you, or I can also see the chat. Business analyst. Okay. We missed a developer. Team lead. Okay. And sometimes we have a delivery manager. Okay. So we have all these roles and all these things. So people who are already having experience, just have some patience, because we have also members from different backgrounds who need to understand the concept, and then we'll go into the main concepts. Okay. So how a business, or how this will work. So if you see here, the first role comes with a delivery manager or business analyst. So business analyst will be in touch. Okay, what I can do is, so rather than I type, so business analyst will go to the clients. Okay, I think we can do it a better way. Okay, business analyst will go in with the clients, and they will talk to their process, or talk about their process, and they will try to understand their process, and try to see what kind of process can be automated and what type of process cannot be automated. So when we are working, or when a business analyst is working with this, he will also take what are the requirements that the client has, or what is the process that the client is currently working on. So this is the primary role, or this can be a role for business analyst, where he will see what is the process. Now, when he understands the process, he will come to a delivery manager, and he will come to a developer and say that, okay, boss, this is the processes, or these are the list of process that client is saying that he is currently having. And I do have a process map, and I do know all the items, or all the applications that are available for any particular process. So now we need to go ahead and analyze our solution, or give out our solution to the client, stating that, okay, this is the place where you need to automate, or this is the best chance where you need to get the best returns. Okay, so these are the things that a business analyst will do. So the main primary role of a business analyst is to understand the process, and to create a process map, and to give to a developer or the team that these are the requirements. And finally, there will be a meeting again with internally within the team, so that they will discuss and say that these are the process, and these can be automated, or the out of 10, 4 can be automated, and remaining 3 cannot be automated, and remaining items need to be verified again. Okay, so that is the main role for a business analyst. Okay, see, technology made my job so simple that it got me everything. And this is the same way how you need to create your interview transcripts as well. Don't wait to type. Okay, just go ahead and tell whatever you want, and this is how I will create my own interview transcript, and I will also tell you how to do yours. Okay, now let's go ahead and see what a developer will do. See, the main role of a developer are, first thing, to understand whatever the process map, or whatever document given by either by the business analyst, or by a developer, sorry, no, or by a client. So they will give you some process steps. Okay, for me to automate this particular process, I have step one, you need to open this application. Step two, you need to go into specific place. So this is how we need to we have this process. So what a developer will see is, developer will see if the particular application that he want to automate, or that he want to use RPA for, can that application is suitable for the automation, because if you are going with Citrix or if you are going with any image automations and all, we will not be able to use our selectors. If you don't know what is selectors, stay calm, you will get to know it. But what exactly the selector is, the way how I take this, if you see a calculator, there is a plus button. If you see a calculator, there is a 7 button, and how to connect with that 7 button and how to use it. So that's how we are going to, or a business developer will understand a program. He will not just see on a particular complete solution, but he will see more on with respect to how he can automate that particular process. So that is the role for a developer. And his main activities can be something like creating code, testing, unit testing the code, and informing or updating the status to the stakeholders like business analyst or developer or the clients, and then maintaining the repository for that particular. So when we say maintaining the repository, maintaining the code for that particular solution. Okay, so these are the requirements, or these are the activities of a developer. Okay, so let's go with the next role. What is the next role? See, delivery manager. Okay, here is what a delivery manager. Okay, so the main role of a delivery manager is not with respect to the development, or uh, not with respect to the requirements, but his main role is to see whether client is able to give all the requirements, and whatever he is more of a client centric person, as well as to see if the particular requirements of any particular solution is met, and we don't have any exceptions, or we don't have any issues within our team or within the RPA team. And he will all, if he is a technical person, or if there is some person who knows into RPA, who know what is RPA, he will also dig deep into what kind of requirements that the client posted. Are they enough to create a solution, and whether we have a complete team, or do we have any do we need any team required to automate or to add on to this completion of this development. So he is more into delivery, or to check with respect to teams, and also the solutions, whether that particular solution is being working correctly. So he cannot go into the code. His role is not that, but he is more into a people person, a delivery manager. Okay, excellent. So Ambika says that if a unit testing is done by developer, who will do the system testing and integration testing? So Ambika, here there can be multiple ways how we do that, because while we are working on the code, or while we are working on the uh, on any particular application, we also need to see if that application is integrated, or can be integrated with multiple systems. So it will be done by both developer as well as a tester at the end. So let's see what a tester does. Okay, so the main role of a tester is not only to check if a particular code is working or not, but also to see if the coding standards are met, if he is into development. But there can be multiple roles into testing as well. See, few organizations, like one of the client that I work on, they will hire few testers to test the application. They don't want to understand, or they don't want to see what is a code in, what is the code in this particular place, or this particular solution. They want to see what are the outcomes, or what are the outputs. For example, if there is an input, and the input is Excel, and if the input is sent as the requirement uh, for any particular automation, or for any particular package, are we getting the output or not? So this can be a role of a tester. They need not dwell deep into the technical part of it, or to understand the studio, because few organizations doesn't support it. They don't want testers to work on the code. Okay, so that is one part. And there is the second part where people or organizations which require automation testers or uh, test automation developers, you can say, because UiPath right now has its own test suite. Okay, now we have all the code for the past 4 5 years. We are writing code. Developers are doing the testing. They are creating the bugs. They are resolving the bugs by themselves. But now we need separate team to understand the code as well as write some test cases within UiPath Studio. So you need to know UiPath and you need to know UiPath activities and you need to do how to do testing in UiPath. So all these things will work into a tester role. Okay, let's stop it here. Okay. Now, Ambika, we don't have RPA tested in market much. That's a wrong assumption, Ambika. So when you are going into an RPA market, see, you need to go as a developer, okay, and you also can say that I have testing experience and I do RPA testing. It's not a basic testing or manual testing or regression testing, but it is specific to UiPath RPA testing. Then you can get into niche market. And yes, as you have said, we don't have RPA tested in market much. Yes, we don't have RPA developer into market much a few years back. But now see the market roles and see how the market is growing. We'll definitely have. So rather than going only as a tester, since this is low code platform, you can go as a developer as well. Okay, if I answered your question, just comment out yes after all the answers that I give you. Okay, so let's go ahead.
Bajrang, I have one question here.
Yep,
Like
tell me.
someone from the interview asked, did you deploy your project in the
Hmm.
production environment? What will
Hmm.
be the best answer we can tell to them?
Yes, I deployed. Other than that, what can be the best answer? Okay,
Okay.
so
We need to deploy or other team will deploy the same.
yes, so here it's not like we need to deploy it. There can be multiple ways. See, if the team is new and they don't have their own COE and they don't have people who can manage and maintain the code, a developer need to do all the roles. Like he need to be a team lead, he need to be a RP developer, he need to be a delivery manager, not a delivery manager, of course, but a developer and a tester and a business analyst as well sometimes. Okay, so depends upon the team you're working, depends upon the resume that you have kept, and depends upon the organization that you're working on. Okay, now when you are deploying a solution, of course you can deploy a solution. What's wrong in that? Okay, we will also do deployments in our coding because we are trying to understand the nuances and the basics first and trying to understand the teams in next 5 minutes, and we'll be completing that, and then we'll go into the code and we'll see how to deploy that even. Okay, so every day we'll have coding, don't worry on that. Okay, now here comes a beautiful part, that is team lead. So team lead can be a can play a cross functional role. He can work or he can work with a business analyst and he need to work with a developer. Main roles of team lead is to understand the code and his role mainly works with the code. If he is a RPA lead, okay, lead with respect to RPA team, he need to see whether a particular code is working or not. He need to validate whether the team followed all the steps or all the best use cases, or were they able to rebuild the code or use the code that is already available. So he is the person, if the team is not able to understand the code or understand the complete solution, he should be the person who need to drive this team. If I am a team lead, I need to have some kind of idea about my solution and I need to drive my team members on how to do that particular automation. I can give them tasks. Okay, I have this solution. I'm giving you this particular, so out of that complete Excel automation or project, you need to work on this specific task. So that can be a main role of team lead, but his job is also to communicate with the testing team or with respect to the testers to test any particular application and to understand or to check with the clients and if there is any application team. For example, I do have a notepad, and that notepad has a separate support team. Okay, and that notepad need to be installed on a different machine where I need to do automation. See, I'm saying about notepad, but there can be any specific application. It's not only notepad, it can be any specific client application as well. Okay, so his role also works in that particular manner. It's not only with respect to writing code, it is also cross-functional with respect to business and understanding the systems is what a particular team lead will do. So that is a role for a team lead. Okay, and let's go with solution architect. Here comes best part. So currently I am working as a solution architect for okay for a person to be a solution architect. What are his roles in a RPA team? See, my roles again, every role need to have some dependency or some work that is with other roles as well. For example, I need to analyze the program, or I need to analyze whether my particular teams or all the teams that I'm working on. So I will not deal with only one project. I will deal with tens of projects at a time. I need to see whether the delivery is happening properly, and I need to communicate with my delivery manager as well as the business analyst to see all the requirements that are taken or not properly. And I need to communicate with my delivery manager stating that okay, I have 10 members now, but we have new requirement, and that new requirement will need two more members. So I need to inform that to my delivery manager, and delivery manager can provide me the team of other two members. And I also need to see whether my code or the code that is written is having a proper architecture. So when I say about architecture, it's not RE framework. So most of the interview questions have this question like what kind of architecture will you follow? And the best wrong answer that you can give is we will follow RE framework. It's not RE framework. RE framework is just a template where you need to work on. So architecture mainly deals with which type of applications are being used, and with RPA, how they are getting communicated, and if there is any exception, are those exceptions handled properly, and if there is any retry mechanism available, and how many times are we doing retry, and why is that only one or twice? Why cannot be 10 times? And uh, being an architect, you also need to see whether those particular applications, because see, an architect is a person who have deep understanding or deep knowledge, and he have great experience with respect to delivering the solutions. Okay, if you have a proper solution architect, you can create your own team from scratch. But if you only have a developer, then you need to add in more members, because a developer can think only with respect to writing a code. He cannot think with respect to systems because he don't have that understanding. And he upon writing more solution and upon delivering more solutions, he will be able to uh, get that information, and he will be able to move to the next roles. That's a different ball game. But a solution architect can be a center point, and or in the center there can be three roles that I can say: a business analyst, and a solution architect, and a delivery manager. So these three roles can work with multiple other teams, who in which there will be few developers and few team leads, or a team lead and four team members for. So that is how the team will be divided into. Okay, stop. Okay, yep. Guys, give me 2 minutes, and I'll unmute myself. But by the time, please post your questions on the chat. Who take care of user ID, password, API, endpoints, integration, blah blah blah. Okay. So the answer can be business analyst as well as the solution architect and the team lead. One person cannot do this, but the main person will be business analyst, because he will have direct contact with the client. Okay. And yes, Nikki, I hope I answered your question. If I answered it, please go ahead and mark it as yes. Guys, please unmute and talk.
Hey, Vajra,
Vajra, please,
Yeah.
does solution architect need to know about the infra as well?
Yes, he does. He need to know.
Okay, okay.
Okay, he need to have understanding about uh, understanding about the systems, because if there is a issue with orchestrator, he need to see why the orchestrator is failing. But
Okay, okay.
so only solution architect will not have this. Might be if a team lead is very good, he will also have this idea.
Okay.
Vajra, we need to learn .NET for the development.
Yes, you need to, but it will be
Uh,
easier. It will be in the plain English, so don't think too much about it. It will be easier.
okay, Vajra, thanks.
So, Vajrang, what would be the best career option?
Everything is a good career option. Why are you thinking that only? See, we need everyone. We see in a team there should be solution architect. We need a business analyst. We need a developer. We need a team lead. Every requirement need to be updated or need to be matched. You can land up in anyone, and it
Okay.
completely depends. So, Tarni, what kind of so are you a developer earlier?
No, I wasn't.
So, which role do you see yourself? See, I have explained my what are the roles that we need to take, right?
Yes.
So,
Yeah.
what do you think that the best role that can suit you?
So, business analyst might be, but
Mm,
I'm much more interested into the development.
okay.
I have learned, I have an idea about the coding and all.
Hmm.
So I'm thinking, and also I have a good knowledge of the basics. So
Okay.
planning to go
So you can
there.
be a solution architect if you work properly.
Okay.
Okay. See, if you are understanding multiple concepts and if you want to work onto development, then you can be a team lead or a solution architect.
So can we do like this,
Mm.
Vajrang? Initially, can I go with the developer, and later on I can move to
Absolutely.
architect?
Absolutely, yes. You should do in the same way. You cannot go ahead and you cannot go as a solution architect right away, because you will be asked multiple questions where you cannot answer.
Okay.
Okay, and thank you so much for asking the control, Prasad. I'm not sure why, but I have cancelled the request. Okay. Uh, Yes. So if you are, if you want to check with this team, yes, everyone in this team can go ahead into the Teams channel, and you can go into Team 7 and there into files, you will have access.
Hey, Vajrang, hi.
Yes, tell me.
Yeah, I just have a question. So when
Yeah,
you
tell me.
said that, I mean, like every role is important to the team.
Hmm,
So when it comes to the opening, so like if a team
hmm,
have a one solution update and one team lead, so
hmm.
might be a requirement of multiple developers. So
Correct.
how actually in the current market now, the kind of openings we have it, so that we can
Prabhu,
try
how many years
accordingly
of
and then
experience do you have, and what is your current role?
uh, so see, actually, I have a total 9 years of experience, and I
Hmm,
was actually working as a automation developer using Selenium before.
hmm.
So
Okay, so now you
I
need to
started. I
go.
mean,
Yeah, you should not go as a developer. You should go as a team lead into the market.
okay,
Okay, and being a team lead, you can get close to 10 LPA to 20 LPA. I'm saying
okay,
LPA in the mint of lakhs per annum.
yeah, got that, got that.
Okay.
So so when you say that, I mean, it's a team lead position directly.
Hmm,
So like
hmm.
without knowing the infra and everything related, because as a team lead, you should be leading a team of at least
Yeah,
something around
you
four
need
to
to
five
know
members.
about
So
few details about infra, but there is no requirement. You're not an infrastructure engineer, right? There is no
yeah.
requirement that you need to install some orchestrators, and you need to
Mhm.
know how to install orchestrator and how to maintain um, any servers. That's not your role.
Okay.
Okay.
And
Yeah, got it.
Ajrang, I have a question. I
Yeah.
heard that in the initial only, like it's only little bit of development, but like as experience goes, or if it is a big projects, it will be like too much of coding in UiPath. Is that true?
Yes, that's true. But again, there there will be too much of coding if it is very complex project. It will not
Okay.
be the same for each and every project.
Hmm.
Okay. So when you are checking with the coding, then there can be multiple ways how it can be divided. So if you are going into a see any kind of team will not get only complex projects.
I understand, but what if like we have very little experience and then we got an interview and we got into a complex project before doing a
So
simple project?
that's what this team is all about, right? How because you need to be trained into complex projects as well, how to work with them even before you're going to that, and you will be able to get it here. Okay, fine.
Thank you.
So we are up with 30 minutes of our time. So we'll go directly into our code and we'll see how we have community. This community will help each other after job. Yes, thank you so much, Vicky, for taking that up. Yeah, see, all the members, we have close to 50 members right now in this team, and you need to help your own peers right now in this particular team. Okay, and I will tell you how you need to go ahead and move forward and try to understand. But let's go and try to see what are the next steps that we need to do immediately. Okay, so these are the roles that we have: solution architect, and what are the things. Okay, how I know that most of you have understanding about UiPath resources. Okay, but I will just try to give you a quick glimpse of what is what, and then we'll go ahead. And I will also try to do some automation. I'll just try to add calculator, but the way how we see or how I perceive a solution is completely different from the way how you think the automation would be. Okay, so let's go ahead and let's see that resources. Now we'll also do calculator automation. Okay, so here we go with calculator. Let's open the calculator. Okay, my requirement is simple. I have an application. It can be calculator on anything. My automation or the RPA that I'm looking for is I have 3 inputs or 10 inputs, and I need to get a result out of it. So the inputs can be something like this. Um, the input can be like, let's go to UiPath. Okay, so this is my WhatsApp bot. Let me just add one more detail. There are multiple things you need to get to know along with this. So that is GitHub desktop is one of the thing. We'll go into each and everything on the first week, but understand that we'll not work only with respect to the code. We'll be working more. So you need to start fast and work fast. Even if you are fresher, you don't have any excuse at this point of time. Okay, show in Explorer. So I have my own folder. This is my GitHub folder. So let me just add that into my, yeah. So this is my URL. So anyone can go ahead and check this out in the Teams. I'm just trying to post it in the Teams channel. Go ahead and check it out. Right now you can do that and let me know what you see. Just a second. Much up. Okay.
There are different name folders are there.
Yeah, you can go into Vajrang.
GitHub is open, Vajra.
Yeah. So the idea is not to open GitHub, but to understand or see the code, the folder structure, and see how many members along with you in the previous team have created the solutions. Okay.
Okay, here I can see as a contributors 48.
Exactly. So 48 members have already contributed to this. So you will be the coders as well who will be contributing to this particular GitHub.
Okay.
We can see other PDF related to some process, I think.
Yep, that's correct.
Sample resumes and some unattended testing documents.
Exactly. So see, this repo is open to everyone. So you can go ahead and check everyone's code. No restriction on that. Okay. And you can see what others are developing and what they have, because they are in previous teams. You can understand that, okay, this is what I'm developing. Okay. So I'll just
Hello,
try to,
Bachchan.
yes, tell me please.
Yeah, I am able to see the team 7 in my profile, team profile.
That should be fine for now. Let's not work on that because after 15 minutes we'll work on it.
Okay.
Yeah. So we'll need to
How can we
use,
get sample resumes, Vajra?
in my folder, there is Vajrang folder. In that Vajrang folder, there
Yeah.
is sample resumes folder. Go ahead and check it out.
Okay.
Okay. And GitHub UiPath. So we'll be using task capture. Okay, we'll be using UiPath Studio. So how many of you are yet to install UiPath Studio in their machines? I hope no one, right? I cannot get an answer
Yeah.
that I don't have.
We have raised hand. Ravinder.
Yep, thank you. Guys, give me 2 minutes, please. Just hold on. Meanwhile, you can post all your questions and take all your questions. Give me a second. So, what are the questions that we have? Yes, thank you so much. Thank you so much, guys. Please answer for yourself. Do support for yourself. Marishwaran, yet to install UiPath. Bad answer, Marishwaran. Go on, go ahead and complete the installations. What to answer when interview ask about version of UiPath? That is a different ball game. Okay, you need to understand what is UiPath release cycle and how UiPath releases. So the best answer right now it would be I worked on 2019 and 2020 versions, and currently I'm working with 2020.10 or 2021.10 version. So the answers can be 2021.10 or 2021.4 or 9. See, UiPath releases in two versions or two major cycles. One in the month of April, the second one in the month of October. So 4 and 10. So year, point, the month. So you cannot say that you worked on future version. It should always be 1 year previous version. So right now this is 2022. I can say I worked on 2021.4. That's the easiest answer. Deepak, okay.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you. Why are you not able to see the sample resume? See here we have Vajrang. Where is my folder name? Vajrang. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Too many Vajrangs I can see over here. Yeah. In this particular folder, go ahead to sample resumes. You have 3 sample resumes: beginner, advanced, and intermediate. You can check with them. Okay. We cannot discuss resumes right now because I'll have one session on resume, how to prepare for it. But let's create it. Create the details. Okay, so we need UiPath Studio, we need Task Capture, we need UiPath Orchestrator, and we need UiPath Community Forum. This is very important. Okay, and the forum link is available here. Okay, here we go, and this is UiPath Forum. So I'm going to give all the links that you require.
Vajang, do we need documents regarding UiPath also, right?
That is there in the documentation, right? UiPath documentation directly.
Docs.uipath.com. Yeah.
So let's go with the UiPath documentation as well. Yeah, you can. So orchestrator, that should be cloud.uipath.com, and the studio version you can directly download from the cloud. And task capture, search for UiPath task capture. Okay, and yeah, so this is UiPath task capture. You can download it from here directly. Okay, try task capture for free. So UiPath task capture is absolutely free. There is no single tool that I'm giving you as paid versions. Everything is free. Okay, so go ahead and use each and every tool that I'm saying, and that's important. Okay, and I think there is a form issue here, but open this in Chrome or anything, you will get it. Okay, let's see. So yes, so we have 10 minutes left for our meeting or for our discussion, and then after that we'll see the issues or with respect to teams or anything. So calculator automation, I have 2 numbers, and as a business owner I'm saying this. Okay, I need to perform arithmetic operation on this. So when you say arithmetic operation, what it can be? Plus, minus, star, divided by, so all these 4. Okay, so all these 4 will come into arithmetic operations. So how can I do automation? How can I implement this automation? Can anyone please? So this is the time I want you to all unmute and talk. Not everyone, one at a time. So please unmute and talk one at a time, please.
Using selectors.
Okay, expected answer.
And sir, if we are doing multiple operation, then we will use a while loop as well.
Using selectors. Okay, using while loop. Okay.
Recording
Using
feature.
using input dialog activity,
Okay.
we can take 2 numbers on input, and then
Activity. Okay.
Desktop recording.
then we will
Okay. Okay.
use
See, there is one more answer. With using desktop recording, we can do.
Desktop recording we can do.
Yep. Okay.
Vajang, can we know what type of it is arithmetic or what type of yeah, automation should be done?
Using form also we can do this UiPath form.
Sorry?
Using UiPath form.
Okay. Okay. Then
Is the PDD there in the created or by SA or BA?
okay.
Do you want us to use the calculator itself? Because without the calculator also we'll be able to do the calculations using UiPath operations.
Okay. Go ahead.
Using state machine.
Excellent answer. Okay.
Why are we doing this?
Okay.
How are we going to get the input? How we are going to display the output?
What is the time frame?
What is the?
What is the time frame for deploying the robot?
Okay. Next.
Requirements or exception.
The life cycle of UiPath.
Someone said about live deployments or requirements. I didn't get it. If you can, please go ahead and chat. Okay, there is an SN activity as well. That's an excellent answer. But that's wrong. Yeah. Go ahead. You still have 1 more minute. Don't waste the time. You need to give me all the answers.
Requirements and exception.
Requirements and exception. Right.
Complexity calculation.
Excellent. Complexity calculation.
One, the exception comes in two variants, right?
What are those?
Application.
Exception?
One application and one is business exception.
Yeah, everything, but that's exception handling, right?
Yeah, that is.
Yeah. Okay. Exception handling. Next.
All the access.
Excellent answer. Then
how many robots have to be deployed?
Super. Then
Schedulers.
Triggers.
Better answer. So when I say about started upon other event, what can those be?
It can be a dependent use case.
So when I received an email, I need to start something.
Yes.
When a form
Or
is
also
filled,
it can be dependent on other use case, like the output of one use case will be the input of another.
exactly.
So
At a particular time, the bot should be triggered.
That is a time trigger, right?
Yeah.
We have it here.
which type of bot is to be used. It is attended or unattended.
Excellent. This should be on the top, I guess. Okay. Next answer. Please go give ahead. We are getting absolutely great answers. Okay. Now that you are not able to give many more
Can this be
answers.
an event-driven
Use of
calculation?
reporting tools.
Ah, that's great. Okay. Any reporting we need to implement. Yeah. What is the other one? I didn't get that. So
Is
please,
it event-driven?
what is B1? I didn't get that.
Event-driven automation.
Event driven. You mean to say if there is any event that's happening, then we need to work on this automation.
Yes.
Yeah, that will come under this one, right? Started upon event.
Yes.
Okay. So
What type of logging
One
level
last, one
yeah,
last answer
yeah,
from
tell
my
me.
end. Is it a bot is handling both the dispatcher and the performer?
Mm-hmm. So will the bot, it's not bot, will the process work as both dispatcher or um, dispatcher and performer, or are
Okay.
they?
The thing is, Vajan, it might be different in other community, other organizations. What we internally speak on the work. Correct?
See,
It
it's
is not
not
about.
dependent on the organization, it depends upon the use case. It's not about the organization.
No, not regarding that. I'm
Hmm.
saying as bot, bot, bot. In that is all.
Can you
Okay.
please
There is
type in? I didn't get you.
okay. I told us bot to be deployed in bot has to work in dispatcher and perform. You told work. Correct. That is
Yeah,
all.
but we have robots, right? How robots should be deployed, and unattended or attended, we have taken that already.
Yes.
Okay, so after 7 incorrect answers, finally you started giving, or in between you started giving what are the exact requirements. Okay, so when a client comes and asks you that this is the question that I have, don't think that I need to work this in state machine or I need to assign this activity. Okay, your question should be this: is the PDD available? Okay, do we have proper APIs? Is there any alternative for this? How many robots are we having? What is average handling time? Okay, what is a average handling time, AHT, for one transaction? Okay, what is FTE count? FTE is full-time efficiency or equivalent. So what it exactly meant is it equals to one person's work. So what is the FTE? Total number of people working on it. Okay,
What are
so
the logs required?
logs required. Of course, each and every project needs logging. So that should not be a question. The best
So
question can be, the best question can be,
Info or error, which one is required?
yeah, that, see, while we are not going into code right away. Why are you asking about info or anything? You did not see. One thing that I said is you need to do some arithmetic operation of two numbers. But I can also give input as a plus b. How you will do arithmetic operations for that? Copy link. So I pasted what is FTE in the link over here. Please go ahead and check it. So full-time equivalent is if I'm working for 8 hours, that is FTE for one particular person. So don't think about this. This is more of a solution architect activity. But right now, you just see what is the process. Then you will get to know in next few days. You will get to know that. Okay.
Sir, in which can we do on database based automatic operation or what? If
What is the
getting
input type?
access. Yes.
But you already have that input, right? What is the input type? How are we going to get an input? So that's not required.
Number of use
Number of?
applications are using in the process.
Yes. So okay, done. So let's stop it for now. But let's understand what did we try to achieve in this one. See, when I say that we will use or we will try to do we'll try to do calculator automation. Most of you might have thought that okay, we'll go ahead and click on some buttons and we'll take some input and we'll give some output somewhere else. Is that what you have thought? How many of you thought like that? At least in the beginning. Be genuine to me. Be genuine to me and answer that.
Yes, sir, same one.
Yes.
Yes, exactly. Yes.
Yes, but none of you have thought that what exactly is this automation about? Why you need to do this automation? In the interview, this is what will matter to an experienced person, to a fresher who is trying to portray himself as an experienced person. Okay, so when an interview asked that what is or how do you do automation, then when you say that okay, I use state machine or I use activity to assign this activity or I use RE framework, that's when he will know that you didn't work or you don't have prior experience. But if you say something like this, okay, when I receive a requirement document, I do first a feasibility check, and I do understand the complete process, and I will check all the exceptions are mentioned in the document. If there are no exceptions mentioned, then I will try to find exceptions that can be erased in that particular automation. Because of my experience, I know where that particular exceptions can come in. First, we will create a PDD, and once we get a PDD, then we'll go ahead and try to give it to a customer and take for his confirmation. And once the confirmation is received, we'll try to get the infrastructure ready. Then we will start with the code. We will not directly write a if activity seeing that use case or SN activity. Got it, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So if you want to post yourself or showcase yourself as an experienced developer with 2 to 3 years of experience, answer in the same way. Don't answer as a fresher. Okay. By today evening, I need each and everyone's resume to be uploaded into the Teams channel, and go ahead and don't upload it into GitHub because GitHub will be accessible to everyone, and I don't recommend it. Go into Teams and everyone will have the access. Don't even try to touch this one because if you are making any changes, then you will be at the loss. So go into the Teams folder and then go into folder team resumes I'm creating here. So if you want to showcase yourself as a developer as well as a business analyst, keep 2 resumes of yours, one for as a business analyst and one as a developer. That's fine. But I want each and everyone's resume to be updated here. And there is one more thing that we are going to do. Okay. So here we'll add one more folder called transcripts, interview transcripts. Okay. So what is this interview transcript? So I'm just going to write it over here. Open in browser. Open in browser. Okay, I'll open it here. All right. Okay. So what this transcript is, I hope everyone have HyperHackers access at least, right? In general, in files, you have live interview questions along with recording transcript. Okay, interview questions, mock interviews, 300 interview questions, whatever, whatnot. You have all the things. But if you open the live interview questions and the answer, so here, this is the live recording of me or someone else, how I answered my introduction. Okay, I have overall 5 years of IT experience. In that, I have 3 years of experience as an RP developer. I majorly worked with UiPath. I was involved in project lifecycle activities from the initiation state, analysis phase to the deployment and finally the maintenance phase. Okay, I have experience in working with all types of bot development. So just check with this. And these are the questions that you are seeing on the left. Have you worked on PDD? This is one question. And have you created any custom activities? This is one more question. Add questions and record all your transcripts. Don't delete it, correct it. Okay, so let's do with one person now. Can anyone share the screen, please? Go ahead and do it. Share the screen. Do I need to call a name? Okay. Mayank Sharma comes top on the list. Oh, Vamshi. Okay, we have Vamsi. So let's go, Vamsi. Thank you so much for starting it up. Vamsi, go to. So this is what I'm expecting each and everyone to do. Okay. Go to Teams. Yeah, on the left side there is Teams. RPA Team 7. Open that. On that, go to Files. Please unmute and talk. You are muted, I guess. You are in mute. Please unmute and talk.
Yeah.
Yep. Go back to Teams.
Yeah.
Okay. On the right side, there you have already opened. On the right side, click on the right. So get used to this particular Teams. Maximize it, please.
Yeah.
Yep. You have files on the top, right?
Where?
Files on the top next to posts. Okay. Give me the access, please. Yep. So here you have files. Okay. In that files, there is interview transcripts. So let's go ahead and create your own transcript. Okay. Vamsi, you can correct it later. Okay. Here is the recording option available for you, Vamsi. So let's go ahead and do a quick recording. Okay. Vamsi, please tell me about yourself.
Myself, Vamsi. I started my career as a fresher.
Yeah, please go ahead. Please go ahead. Vamsi, you can talk. No need to stop. Don't think about others. Just go ahead and talk. Vamsi,
Yes, sir.
talk. Tell me about yourself.
Myself, Vamsi. I started my career as a fresher.
Don't see if it is typing in or not. Just continue, please.
Currently, I'm learning RPA, looking for a RPA developer.
Okay.
I want to achieve new things as a developer.
Okay. Please go ahead. Please go ahead. Continue.
I want to learn the new things from UiPath. That's why I taken a course for this.
Okay.
And I want to become a developer.
Okay. So, okay, thank you. So let's stop it. So, Vamshi, this is not to point out. I'll do the same with everyone, just to make sure that you understand what is what. If Vamshi says this particular answer in the interview, how many of you will select Vamshi from the for the next question? At least for the next question. Now, time to unmute and talk, everyone. Please go ahead and tell what is wrong with Vamshi's answer.
They'll just simply smile and will, they will not even they will go to the next question. They'll just say thank you so much.
Okay. And why is it so? Important is he need to know why.
Yeah, because obviously he didn't answer the way they wanted.
Yeah.
Into their candidate.
Mm-hmm.
And he didn't tell about his strengths.
Exactly. So when you're talking about strength, he can do 10 push-ups at one shot. Is that the strength?
Now, what is that needed for that job? So what he knows, why they have to select him for that job. What is basics if he learned, then he can mention that.
Okay.
I will ask the next question.
The more important
and
the
yeah,
more important
also
is
Okay, one person at a time, please. If others is talking, just keep on mute. Okay, or else you can everyone please raise down the hand, lower the hand, and then you can raise the hand and you can talk. Please lower the hand, everyone. If you want to talk, you can talk. Okay, Lahari, please tell me what was the mistake. See, this is not Vamshi's mistake, everyone. This is the mistake for each and everyone who joined this team. Accept it. Okay.
Yes, absolutely.
And tell the answer.
Yeah, actually, he started saying like I'm a fresher. I'm still learning and I'm looking forward.
Yeah, but he didn't give anything that's with respect to UiPath or what is his knowledge in UiPath. If he is going for an interview, see, if you are going, though you are going as a fresher, you need to have knowledge on the role that you are applying for. Even if you are applying for an RPA developer, you should tell why they need to select you as an RPA developer, even as a fresher. Okay. Tejeshwara, can you please answer with this? John, do you want to give it a try?
Confidence.
See, confidence doesn't matter now. Confidence will come automatically. But the answer, what about the answer? What about the wording?
What he is explaining is he need to explain main manner, like what he want to understand with the interviewer, like when he's completed his engineering and what are the courses he has completed. Everything should be in proper manner. But he's saying only 3 lines. So as an interviewer, I'll think about him, what he's saying for me. So main thing is communication is the main thing as a fresher. Which I see in my career.
Okay. So what I see with all the team members is I'm not treating any member with their respective experience, but that's not required in this particular role. I'm training each and every person to an architect level in this particular team. Okay. So yes, that does matter especially uh, for him, Vamshi. But now what Vamshi you need to do, not only Vamshi, everyone need to do, open this Word document and tell whatever you want to talk in your interview. If he asks you about activity, see what is the answer that you're getting. If you're not getting questions are available in this live transcript. Just copy all the questions, okay, So go back to general. In this, go back to files, go back to live question and answers, copy all the questions and dictate all the answers. Don't type in, dictate all the answers. You will get to know what are the mistakes you are making, what are the issues you are creating. Everything we'll get to know and we'll be able to validate. Okay, so that there ends our training program for today, and I am stopping the recording. Do you have any other questions that need to be answered?
Here, Vajrang, am I audible?
Yes, tell me.
Here I have seen the videos in YouTube. In all videos, they are using VB.NET. Do we need to know